Hi, this is Jerry Barrasso, United Financial Planning Group. Just wanted to talk a little bit today about the new income tax brackets under the new tax code and some really good opportunities for retirees, especially early in retirement, to take advantage of some of these lower rates. The provisions are scheduled to sunset 2025. So if you have clients that are in their early retirement years before they have to take out RMDs at 70 and a half, they have probably very little earned income. So they're losing the opportunity to fill in some of these lower brackets and pay tax at a lower rate versus waiting until they're 70 and a half and then paying tax at a higher rate when they have to start taking money out of retirement accounts. So the idea would be fill in some of those lower brackets to Roth conversions, pay the tax now at a lower rate, and then later on, they'll have to take out less out of retirement plans because that money's moved over to a Roth. We'll save them a significant amount of money in tax, and will also affect the future growth of their overall portfolio because of less money being paid in income tax. So I'd like to go over just show you the differences between the brackets at different breakpoints or taxable amounts of income. You'll see that the amounts are pretty significant in terms of savings. So if we just go to the bracket list here, this column right here represents the old tax brackets under the old code. And then this column is, you can see are the new brackets under the new code. They were in effect for 2018 and they sunset in 2025. So at the lowest rate, the rate's pretty much the same, 10%, tax up to about $20,000 in taxable income. And then as you move up in taxable income up to about, say, $77,000, the rate was 15 and now it's 12. So it's about a 3% savings here. And then as you move up the ladder, at about between 156 and 165 of income, your rate goes from 25 to 22, which is about 3% savings. And then as we move up at the 237 to 315 range, we went from 28% to 24%, which is about a 4% savings. Anything above that, the savings is pretty small or nothing at all. So these are the brackets right here where you would have a pretty significant amount of savings. And the idea would try and fill in these lower brackets as much as possible to take advantage of these lower rates versus paying higher rates later on. I have a real life example of a client we did an analysis for to show you the difference in the growth of the portfolio in terms of the fact that they're paying lower taxes and allows their portfolio to grow even further, as they get later on in life. So if we jump here, this graph represents, this green line graph represents the amount of income over from year to year. This particular client right now is 62. And as they move up, you can see, the amount of income that they're going to need or going to be taxed at different points in life. And the idea would be to try and fill in some of these lower brackets right now to get that tax savings. If we do a Roth conversion here and increase the income level to get us into the 22 to 25% bracket, you can see it'll increase our overall portfolio, projected portfolio value by a little over $500,000. And then if we take the conversion up to the 24 to 28% bracket right here, as you can see, we filled these brackets in, their projected portfolio is going to increase by $1.7 million. It's a pretty dramatic difference between the two. So, every client is different. For this particular client, it works well. For other clients, it doesn't. So we'd have to evaluate each situation. And that's a function of how their accounts are set up currently, the amounts that they have in qualified versus non-qualified accounts. So we can run those numbers for you and determine whether it makes sense. If you're interested, please give us a call and we'd be happy to discuss it further. Thank you.